Hi everyone, hope you're all doing okay at this challenging time. Our quarantine period has now been extended and it will be a difficult time, but this too shall pass. Our Bible reading is taken from Luke chapter 24, verse 13 to 35. The road to Emmaus. That same day, two of them were walking to the village Emmaus, about 7 miles out of Jerusalem. They were deep in conversation, going over all these things that had happened. In the middle of their talk and questions, Jesus came up and walked along with them, but they were not able to recognize who he was. He asked, "What this you are discussing so intently as you walk along?" They just stood there, long faced, like they had lost their best friend. Then one of them, his name was Cleopas, said, "Are you the only one in Jerusalem who hasn't heard what's happening during the last few days?" He said, "What has happened?" They said, "The things that happened to Jesus the Nazarene. He was a man of God, a prophet, dynamic in work and words, blessed by both God and all the people. Then our high priests and leaders betrayed him, got him sentenced to death, and crucified him. And we had our hopes up that he was the one about to deliver Israel. And it is now the third day since it happened, but now some of our women had completely confused us. Early this morning, they were at the tomb and couldn't find his body. They came back with the story that they had seen a vision of angels who said he was alive. Some of our friends went off to the tomb to check and found it empty, just as the woman said, but they didn't see Jesus." Then he said to them, "So thick headed, so slow hearted, why can't you simply believe all that the prophet said? Don't you see that these things had to happen, and the Messiah had to suffer and only then enter into his glory?" Then he started at the beginning with the books of Moses and went on through all the prophets, pouring out everything in the scriptures that referred to him. They came to the edge of the village where they were headed. He acted as if they were going on, but they pressed him. "Stay and have supper with us." It was nearly evening, and the day is far spent, and he went in to stay with them. Now it came to pass, as he sat at the table with them, that he took bread, blessed and broke it, and gave it to them. Then their eyes were open, and they knew him, and he vanished from their sight. And they said to one another, "Did not our heart burn within us while he talked with us on the road, and while he opened the scriptures to us?" So they rose up that very hour and returned to Jerusalem, and found the 11 and those who were with them gathered together, saying, "The Lord is risen indeed, and has appeared to Simon." 35 and ending. And they told about the things that had happened on the road and how he was known to them in the breaking of bread. Amen.